Coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News, there was a 95-year-old Nazi sent back to Germany after living in Tennessee for over 60 years. And we have updates about Tennessee Weather Awareness Weeks in lieu of last week's storm. All those stories plus your local weather and sports. Middle Tennessee News starts right now. Good evening, I'm Chrissy Jones. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News. Tennessee's top health officials say more than 2,400 doses of COVID-19 vaccines have gone to waste this past month due to 7 separate incidences. According to state findings announced on Tuesday, local officials sat on tens of thousands of shots they thought had already gone into arms. The investigation began after the Shelby County Health Department reported more than 1,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines were discarded due to expiration. According to the Associated Press, this incident is possibly due to the recent snowstorms. Health Commissioner Lisa Piercy revealed that the problems were far more widespread and dated back to as early as early February. The Tennessee Department of Health identified several issues to date, including lack of standard operating procedures for storage and handling of the vaccine. There are plans to correct this by distributing the current vaccine inventory to proven community partners for immediate administration. A 95-year-old man living in Tennessee was deported to Germany on Saturday in what could be the final U.S. prosecution of Nazi war crime collaborators. Fritz Burger joined the Nazi SS in 1943 and worked as a guard at the subcamp of the Neuengamme concentration camp near Meppen, Germany. The Neuengamme camp system imprisoned more than 100,000 people and as many as 55,000 of which died. Burger moved to Oak Ridge, Tennessee in 1955 and has lived in a ranch house there since. The records from Neuengamme camp were destroyed by the Germans by the end of the war, which allowed Burger's Nazi past to go undetected for years. But in February of 2020, prosecutors were able to prove Burger's ties to the camp through documents that had been recovered from a sunken German ship in 1950 naming Burger. German authorities said Burger agreed to be questioned, but is unlikely to face additional charges. Due to the recent weather storm last week, roads in Murfreesboro are getting damaged with melting ice, creating bigger potholes. Murfreesboro City Street Department will have 60-plus employees trained on pothole repairs to patch up the potholes around the city. Approximately 20 to 30 potholes will be getting fixed in a daily basis depending on the severity of the pothole and the weather conditions. We advise drivers to stay alert, do not tailgate, do not speed, and be patient. To report a pothole, call the street department at 615-893-4380 any weekday between 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Citizens are encouraged to provide street locations, nearest cross street or block address, your name, phone number, and email address. Starting tomorrow, Rutherford County residents who meet vaccine requirements can make their appointments to be vaccinated at the MTSU School of Nursing's Case and Kennedy Nursing Building. The site will offer vaccines on Thursday and Saturday. Eligibility screenings will be conducted at the Tennessee Department of Health before making an appointment. At this time, Rutherford County is vaccinating those in 1A1, 1A2, and 1B phases, as well as individuals over the age of 65. MTSU Health Services is also beginning clearance to become a vaccination site for MTSU faculty, staff, and students. We will keep you updated on those plans as they become available. Tennessee voting machines in 28 out of the 95 counties will now leave a paper trail, and more counties plan to follow. Tennessee Elections Coordinator Mark Gowen says that 45% of the votes cast last year had a paper trail. Secretary of State Trey Hargett is encouraging counties to purchase the paper trail equipment, but cannot require them under current state law. However, Hargett says voting machines purchased with the newest round of federal voting money must have the paper audit trail. Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, an MTSU professor is accepting a prestigious award tonight, and we have a look into the Mars Rover and a fun twist by an MTSU professor. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me, My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
that's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. The new Tennessee State Library and Archives building is set to open in April. State Librarian and Archivist Chuck Sherrill said that the ribbon cutting for the facility will take place in Nashville on April 12th. Sherrill also said that the state is working on moving its collections and staff there. The $123.8 million project began in 2005 and groundbreaking took place in late 2017. The current 1950s era building sits directly west of the state capitol, where the new building is on the Bicentennial Capitol Mall State Park. The Wilson County Resource Center will be hosting a giveaway night. Resources say that there will be giveaways including food, hygiene products, shoes, and more. The giveaway will take place on March 4th from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at 415 Harding Drive in Lebanon, Tennessee. Although the event is scheduled for an hour, the event will end when products run out. When attending, please remain in your car and have the trunk open. Your items will be loaded for you. In just a few minutes after this show, a dedicated professor will receive one of the most prestigious and cherished awards in a virtual ceremony. To celebrate Black excellence at MTSU, the John Plez Award is presented annually to a Black faculty member who has excelled in teaching, research, and service. This year's recipient is Dr. Jennifer Woodard, a celebrated professor and assistant dean of the College of Media and Entertainment. The ceremony is tonight at 6 here on True Blue TV. NASA's Perseverance rover has the extraordinary mission of searching for signs of ancient microbial life on the surface of Mars. Perseverance is able to take samples of rocks in its environment to be tested for evidence of life. It can cause X-rays to analyze the chemical makeup of these rocks. It then can store these samples in tubes on the surface of the red planet for collection at a later date. Perseverance is also able to record audio and take high-quality panoramic photos of its surroundings. On Monday, the rover sent back its first panoramic shot, which showed the rim of a crater and an ancient river delta. Moving from more recent space exploration, MTSU Professor Larry Burris takes us back in time to the red planet.
The navigation has confirmed that the parachute has deployed and we are seeing significant deceleration.
Last week's Mars landing once again brought NASA and space exploration into the forefront of the news. But curiously, Both public and media interest in Mars began with a series of mistakes. In 1877, Italian astronomer Giovanni Schiaparelli saw what he called canali in Italian, meaning channels, but the term was mistranslated into English as canals, and misinformation about the planet was born. Then in 1894, astronomer Percival Lowell made his first observation of Mars and believed the straight lines were artificial canals created by intelligent Martians. The next year, he published a book about Mars that included many illustrations of the now misnamed and misunderstood canals. And of course, Lowell, from a distinguished Boston family, could hardly be wrong. It only took 3 years, 1897, for relations between the Earth and Mars to deteriorate into open warfare, as chronicled by H.G. Wells in War of the Worlds. But the Martians were defeated, and full-scale descriptions of the planet by Earthling John Carter began in 1912 as Edgar Rice Burroughs began publishing his multi-part series about the planet named Barsoom in the native Martian language. Although the Martians discovered by Carter were almost exactly like humans, there's apparently another species, and on October 30th, 1938, Orson Welles rocked the nation with his description of another invasion of Earth, again apparently thwarted over a few days. Since the 1970s, more than a dozen orbital and landing missions have, unfortunately, found no evidence of life, intelligent or otherwise, living or extinct on the red planet. But of course, there's always that face on Mars in the Cydonia region to consider.
Current velocity is about 75 meters per second at an altitude of about a kilometer off the surface of Mars.
I'm Larry Burris.
The Tennessee National Weather Service has decided to host an awareness week to educate those who were affected from the winter storm last week. The Severe Weather Awareness Week will start on February 28th and go throughout March 6th. Each day there will be a new topic covered online, and Tennessee citizens can view and register for free virtual classes online at www.weather.gov in your surrounding area. Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, we'll be back with our full weather report right after the break. Stick around.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. Tonight is going to be mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of rain showers until early morning with lows in the upper 30s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, shifting to the north 5 to 15 miles per hour after midnight. Thursday is looking partly cloudy with highs in the mid-50s. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday night looks mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of rain. There will be showers after midnight and lows in the mid-30s. Northeast winds of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday is going to be cloudy with rain showers likely in the morning, then a chance of rain showers in the afternoon. There will be highs in the mid-50s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour and a chance of showers at 60%. Friday night is also going to look cloudy with a chance of showers in the evening, then showers and a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight. There will be lows in the upper 40s. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation at 80%. This weekend is going to keep the pattern we have during the week of showers. Saturday is going to be cloudy with showers and slight chance of thunderstorms. In the morning, then a chance of showers and slight chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 60s with a chance of precipitation at 60%. Saturday night is going to have showers and a slight chance of thunderstorms. There will be lows in the lower 50s and a chance of precipitation at 80%. Finally, Sunday has showers and slight chance of thunderstorms with highs in the mid-60s. Sunday night has showers and a slight chance of thunderstorms in the evening. Then showers after midnight with lows in the upper 40s and a chance of precipitation at 80%. When we come back, Nathan Vaughn is over in the MTN Sports Den. He'll have your full sports report after the break. Stick around.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the
Oh,
waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. The MTSU Blue Raiders played the other half of its series versus Old Dominion on Monday, and once more it came down to the wire. MTSU came into the match looking for its second win in a row after topping the Monarchs on Sunday in a 3-2 win. And much like the prior matchup, this meeting went down to the wire. Both teams traded sets and went into the fifth and final set dead even. But unfortunately, in this encounter, the Monarchs prevailed, winning in the fifth and final set 15-13 in a nail-biting loss for the Blue Raiders. MTSU now hits the road for a series at Charlotte over the weekend. And now moving over to baseball, opening day for Blue Raider baseball came Monday with MTSU hosting the visiting Oakland Golden Grizzlies. The game was originally scheduled for last Friday but was moved due to the winter storm last week. But a delay did not stall the Blue Raider offense from starting out hot, with Cole Escher and DJ Wright having big days for MT. Aaron Brown would collect the win and David Saws the save as MTSU won its first game of the season 7-4. And in a doubleheader on Tuesday, the teams would split a game apiece, with Oakland winning 5-2 in the first game and MT taking the second matchup 8-1 to win the series overall. Starting pitcher Zach Keenan went 5 strong innings, striking out 7 batters in MT's second win of the season. MTSU plays Murray State today at Reese Smith Field before hosting Bowling Green for a 3-game series in Murfreesboro over the weekend. Now moving over to basketball. Blue Raider basketball is back after a week off due to the weather and will head to Norfolk, Virginia for a 2-game series against the Monarchs of Old Dominion. MTSU is hoping to snag a win or 2 as the team tries to stay in the bracket for the Conference USA tournament. The Blue Raiders are currently 2.5 games ahead of FIU for the final spot from the Eastern Division. Therefore, any win in the final 4 matches for MT will likely guarantee a spot in Frisco for the Blue Raiders. For ODU, the Monarchs are a game back of WKU for the Eastern Division crown. ODU has won 4 of its last 6 games, including splitting its last series with UAB last weekend. The Monarchs will be heavy favorites in the 2 games in Norfolk this weekend, but MTSU head coach Nick McDevitt will likely be happy stealing even 1 win out of Old Dominion. The series score historically is 8 wins to 2 in favor of MT against ODU. Historically. Now, but the Monarchs have won the last 2 meetings between these 2 schools. Now transitioning to the Lady Raiders basketball team, MT will host ODU in Murfreesboro and the Murphy Center in a matchup of worst versus first. The Lady Raiders will play in its first match in 20 days on Friday after weather and COVID issues kept them on the sidelines. Anastasia Hayes is still the NCAA's leading scorer despite 4 games being called off with a staggering 28 points per game average. Old Dominion broke a 4-game losing streak last week with a 70-47 win over UAB last Saturday. ODU is only 1 game back from Marshall, WKU, and FAU in the Eastern Division standings in the race to Frisco. MTSU with a sweep of Old Dominion would all but clinch the Eastern Division crown and lock up one of the top 2 seeds in the Conference USA tournament. MT leads the all-time series 4-3 against ODU, but again, ODU has won the last 2 meetings. And at the end of every show, we are going to bring you the numbers for the lottery called this morning. The Cash 3 numbers are 0, 5, and 8. The lucky sum for that is 13. The Cash 4 morning lucky numbers are 9, 4, 0, and 1. The lucky sum of that is 14. And we have estimated some jackpots for you as well. The jackpot for the Mega Millions is set at $30 million, and the Powerball is set at $90 million. Thank you for joining us for Middle Tennessee News. I'm Nathan Vaughn, joined by Christy. And if you missed any of this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net. Make sure to follow us on our social media sites as well, Facebook/Middle Tennessee News or @MiddleTN News on Twitter. We'll see you for our next show on Monday.